Good morning, Year 10s. Welcome to the second video for the week. Today we're looking at solving equations. Now, there are 5 equations on the page in front of you. These ones on the left, you should be very comfortable with from Year 9. The ones on the right, you'll have seen similar to Year 9, but may require jogging your memory. Now, rather than me spending time in a video going through it, there already exist videos on these exact examples, which is quite useful. In the online section of your textbook, you'll note one section called Videos. Example 10 and 11 cover those previous equations here. Now, the women's videos aren't quite as good as mine, but they're okay, and they show you how to go through them. So, if you're unsure of that type there, by all means, go look at her videos. Now, today, I'd like to look at equations where there is multiple pronumerals in there. So, more than one letter in the equation. But it's important to remember that each of these letters is representing a number, and therefore anything that works with numbers will work with letters. We can multiply, divide, etc. all by this letter if we want to get rid of it. Here, we're asked to solve for x. When it says solve for x, it means get it on its own by itself, traditionally on the left-hand side. So, let's aim for that. Then, as long as we're not too scared by the a, we can just start treating this like an ordinary question. Multiply both sides by 3. Ax take 1 equals 3a. Add 1. Add 1. Ax equals 3a plus 1. Then divide both sides by a. And that leaves you with x equals 3a plus 1 over a. Don't get tempted to cancel these a's, because a is not a common factor on top. There is no a in that term there. So this is as far as we can go. X is equal to 3a plus 1 over a. Second equation. Now, I do assume you're taking notes throughout this. These type of equations can get you into a bit of a muddle, and they sometimes take some trial and error to solve. So, I'll go through some trial and error and make a deliberate, well, not a mathematical error, but just get myself confused to show you how you can get confused with this. I've been asked to solve for a. So I'd like a by itself on the left-hand side, ideally. So for example, what I might do first is multiply both sides by b. Multiplying both sides by b would leave me with ab minus a equals b. Alright, there's still 2 a's. How do I get an a completely by itself? At this stage, you could try doing several things. You could try, don't take these notes, after this is bad. You could try ab, then add a to both sides equals b plus a. Then you could try dividing by a, and you'd have b equals b plus a over a. I'm not sure why you would. Question remains, how do we get a single a in the equation when there are 2? And here we can factorize. Note that on the left hand side, a is in fact a common factor. I can remove it, and what I'm left with is b take 1. Then I can divide out this entire term here of b take 1 from both sides, leaving us with a equals b over b take 1. Neat, huh? What's even cooler is that our calculators can do this for us. So, if you open up your graphics calculator, and we're going to get quite good at using these. You need to know how to do it by hand, you'll have non-calculator exams, but you need to know how to use your calculator as well. Now, for ordinary things, we focus on the left-hand side, just use Scratchpad and calculate. For more complicated problems later on, I'll teach you to use documents. But for now, just enter in here. And you see the ordinary calculator in run mode. Now to solve an equation, we quite literally type in solve. Note how it's in italics now, S-O-L-V-E. And as soon as we spelled out solve, it turned into ordinary font, meaning the calculator recognizes it as a command. If you want to go pro level, what senior students tend to do instead of typing out solve laboriously is press menu 3, 1. you get it there, and it even puts the brackets in for you. Alright, say we have solved. We want to type in our equation, which was A take A on B equals 1. So, A take, open brackets, A divided by B, close brackets, equals 1. Now, your calculator won't instinctively know which one to get by itself. So you need to tell it. And we tell it which to get by itself, or which to solve for by pressing comma A. If I wanted to solve for B, I press comma B. And then hit enter. A equals B over B take 1. Neat, huh? So you can do all of these on your calculator. However, I'd like you to be able to do them by hand also. Alright, in your OneNote, please solve those two equations. Here, solving for P in a univariate equation, meaning there's only one variable. Here, make A the subject of that formula. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.